major signs to show that you are not in control of your life.
Not taking responsibility.
Yes. Now, number one thing is you complain about your life always.
Complainants.
First sign of people who are not responsible for their life is that they complain about everything and they do nothing about it. No, it's another thing. No, when people are not in charge of their life, when people don't take responsibility for their life, when you are not responsible, it means you are not in charge.
Okay.
You are not in charge of your life. And when you are not in charge, what you do is that you complain about everything. You complain you don't have money. You complain you don't have job. You complain nothing is working. You continue to complain. But the question is, what will complain do? Complain will do nothing. Complain will not solve the problem. If you complain you are broke, complain won't make you rich. If you complain you are jobless, complain will not create job. If you complain your wife is not cooperating, complain will not solve the problem. If you complain your husband is not responsible, complain will not make your husband responsible. If you complain your children are not doing what you expect of them, complain will not make them to do what you expect of them. Whatever will not fix anything. Complain won't fix the problem. But people who are not responsible, people who are not in charge of their life, it is easy for them to complain. Now, those who are responsible, is this two sides of coin.
Okay.
Now, the first side is that you complain about things that happen in your life, things that are not working. It means that you are not responsible. Now, when you are responsible, instead of complaining, you find solution.
Okay. Opposite way.
That is the opposite. So people who refuse to take responsibility for their life, they love to complain. People who are taking responsibility that this is my life, whatever happened to it is up to me. They don't complain. Instead of complaining, they look for way out. They look for how to solve the problem. When they are broke, they look for what to do to get money. When their spouse is not doing well, they look for a way to make their spouse to cooperate. When their children is misbehaving, they find solution to ensure that things begin to work the way they want it to work.
Okay.
So that is the first sign of people who are not in control of their life and those who are in control. The second sign of people who are either not in control of their life or are in control is that they always look for people to blame.
Oh.
So people who are not in charge of their life, they are committed to blame game. They always find somebody to blame for what is not working. It's another thing for them to complain. It's another thing to look for scapegoat. Oh, I'm broke. I'm broke because government is not doing fine. I'm broke because my parents are not doing this, because my church is not supporting me, because my uncle is not doing this. They always look for somebody to hold responsible for what they are going through. So they will never take that responsibility. They will never say, oh, it is my fault. It is always somebody else's fault. So when people are not in charge of their life, when people refuse to take responsibility for their life, they love to blame. They pass the blame. In fact, they can blame everybody. They know who to blame except themselves. They blame their spouse, they blame their father, they blame their church, they blame their pastor, they blame their friend, they blame government, they blame relatives, they blame everybody except blame the community, blame everything, blame their situation except themselves.
They will even blame God.
As a matter of fact, they will even say, God, why did you create me if you know that my life will be like this? They look for who to blame. Now, those who are in charge of their life, instead of looking for who to blame, they put the entire responsibility on their head.
Wow.
They don't allow their foundation to become their limitation. Some people, they have taken their foundation as their limitation. Oh, the reason why I'm where I am is because my parents were not responsible. It's because my parents did not send me to school. It's because my wife, my husband, they just look for who to blame. They hold all their situation for where they are. They blame what they are going through for limited life they are living. So, but the moment people become responsible, they stop blaming.
Wow. What did they do?
They put the whole responsibility on themselves. If whatever is not contributing to their progress, they put them aside.
Okay.
They take charge. They take the seat, the driving seat of their life. They hold themselves responsible to where they are and to where they want to go. They don't say, oh, it is because of this. That's where I am. So I'm where I am because I'm doing nothing about my situation. So I can change things for myself and people around me. So people who are in charge, they don't blame people. People who are not in charge, they look for who to blame. Now, the third key, the third point or sign of people who are not in charge of their life, who are not in control, is that other people make decisions for them.
Other people
make decisions for them. When you see people who cannot sit down, analyze their situation, look at what is good for me. I want to take this step. They analyze, they look at the risk, they look at the price, they look at the consequence, they look at the sacrifice, they look at what to do, and they commit doing it. But many people who are not responsible, they don't take decision for themselves. If they are married, their parents take decision for them. What if they don't marry, they want to do things, their friends determine what they want to do. They cannot sit down and make any decision. They can't make any choice without influence from outside. So they can't just do anything without somebody somewhere tell them why that thing is good or why that thing is bad. They can't sit down. They can't do things on their own. So that is a very unbelievable sign of those who are not in charge of their life.
Unbelievable sign for someone to be taking decisions.
For you. Some people can't take decision. They want to send their children to school. They want to get a job. They just have to ask questions. They just have to go and consult. I'm not saying it's bad to ask for advice. Understand? But advice is general.
Advice
is general. Decision is personal. People can give you advice. People can tell you what to do. But you are the one that know what is best for you.
Because of the consequence.
Because of the consequence. People love to avoid consequence. People don't want to, because they want people to take decision for them so that they will know they will hold people responsible when things don't work.
Wow.
They say, you are the one that asked me to do it.
This.
That's why I'm doing it. And I didn't want to do it before. So they believe that things can go wrong. But those people who are in charge of their life, they don't consult before they do the right thing. Because decision, when we are talking about decision influence your destiny. As a matter of fact, there is no destiny. We only have a decision.
There is no destiny.
Only decision.
We only have decision.
Decision. Because decision determines your destiny.
What you do.
Decision determines where you are going in life. Decision determines what you want to do with your life. Decision determines the choices you are going to make about you and people around you. So if you are not making that decision for yourself, you have lost the seat of your life. The moment you cannot make a decision for yourself, you are not in charge of your destiny. Because everything about your life, good or bad, you enjoy it first. If your life is going on fine, you enjoy it first. If your life is going otherwise, you suffer it first. So you should be able to know what is good for you and what is bad for you. So the moment you are not the one in decision making of your life, you have lost control of your life.
Total control.
Total control to whoever is making decision for you. Whoever decide for you determines direction of your destiny.
Whoever decides
for you determines direction of your destiny. So those who don't know what to do with their life, they are not in charge. But those who says whatever is going to be,
let it be.
Let it be. It's my life. It's my life. This is my life. I cannot allow people to influence what I do because it's my life. This is a choice I want to make. This is how I want to live my life. It's your life. You get it? So until you have the language of it's my life, this is what I want to do with it, you are not in charge.
Personal life.
That is it.
Personal.
The fourth sign of people who are not in charge of their life is that they go through life without sense of direction.
They go through life.
They just drift.
Without sense of.
They don't know where they are going. They are only drifting. Just moving about. No direction, no destination.
No direction.
No destination. They are just going. Those people, it's like people will say, anywhere belle face.
Make a waka go.
Make a just waka go. They are just waka going in life. They are just moving about. No specific destination, no specific thing, no goal, no plan, no strategy, no nothing. So those one, it does not matter what is new. Those one, every year you see them shouting Happy New Year, but nothing is new in their life every year.
Just a repetition.
Just repetition of the past.
Wow.
You see them by January 1 now. You see them shouting Happy New Year. What is new in the new year? Nothing. The previous year is the same. 2 years, 5 years, 7 years after is the same. They are going nowhere. They don't have any goal.
And no plan yet.
No plan, no nothing. So people like that, it doesn't matter what life does with them. It does not matter where you push them to.
They will go.
People like that you just go to their house, say, what are you doing? They cannot say law. They don't follow.
With ease.
There's nothing they are doing with their life.
You can
you can pick them to any. In fact, you can tell them, escort me to Abuja for 1 week. They will escort you. They will follow you. You are going to Abuja for your life business. They will escort you there. They can escort people to anywhere.
They will not even think twice.
They won't even, because there's nothing important with their time. Nothing important with their life. So anywhere you want them to go, they can go.
Wow.
So, but people who are in charge of their life, they have plan. They know what they need to do every week, what to do every month, what to do every year. They follow through what is happening every year in their life.
Follow through.
They follow through. They know whether they are getting close or they are further. So they have goals they must achieve. They have skills they must develop. They have things they must meet up. So people who are in charge, they live their life based on goals they have set for their life. Goals. They live on their life on plans they have for their lives. So those are the difference between people who are in charge, who are not in charge. So to be a responsible person means that you have a sense of direction. You are going nowhere in life. You are not just drifting. You are not, like I always say, a man without a goal is like a goat driven about by the threat of life. Some people, their life is just like a goat. If you put something here, a goat, if you have seen a goat before,
okay.
If you put something here, a goat goes there. You say, Kai, the goat will move to another thing. You say, Kai, the goat will move to another thing. You say, Kai. Some people, life is just say, Kai to them, and they are moving like that.
Life is chasing them
It's just chasing them around.
They don't have their own
They
stand.
don't have their own
This is
stand.
what I
They
want.
can't face one thing and succeed in it. When they do this one this year, next year they will do something else. Next year they will change. They always change business. They are you cannot know them for one thing.
Without anything.
They always, for the past 10 years, they have done more than 20 businesses. They have worked in more than 5 places. Just moving about, drifting around life.
Wow.
So that is a sign. Another sign,
The 5th point.
which is the 5th, is that they are the mercy of others.
Mercy of others.
And they don't have confidence.
Oh.
People who are not in charge of their life, they are always at the mercy of others. When others tell them, I'm not helping you again, they will begin to cry. Why are you crying? My uncle said he does not want to help me. Why are you crying? My church, they are not supporting me. Why are you crying? My husband is not responsible. Why are you crying? My children are not taking care of me. Why are you crying? They are always at the mercy of other people. That is why they are always at the whim and crowns of others. Others can push them anywhere.
Around.
Understand? They don't have confidence. They can't face life. Look into the face of life straight and say, life, I'm going to make it. They don't speak with confidence. They're always timid. When others, these are people you see some people in the house of politicians. Every morning, they have gone there, our leader. That one will do amala for them. They will eat. They will spend the whole day there. Those ones, when they say,
go home in the evening with handouts.
Understand? So they are always, people who are not in charge of their life, they are always at the mercy of others.
Highly dependent.
There's nobody in life that can determine what will happen in your life except you.
Except you yourself.
That is it. There's nobody, no matter how rich the person is, that you should put your destiny on that person.
Oh.
The only person you have to put everything on is God.
God.
There's nobody should determine your destiny for you. Nobody should tell you that, nobody have a curriculum of your life.
They don't have the template.
They don't have the template. You should not be at the mercy of anybody. That if my uncle is not supporting me, my life is finished.
Oh.
If my husband is not supporting me, my life is finished. If my parents are not supporting me, my life is finished. If government is not doing fine, my life is finished. If I'm not getting pension or gratuity, my life is finished. Nobody, nothing whatsoever except you. The only person that can put limit on how far you want to go is you. Not your parents, not government, not environment, not situation, only you.
Only you.
So, but people who are in charge, they speak with confidence.
Okay.
They face life. They are not afraid of anybody. They won't disrespect people, but they are not afraid of any people.
They will not disrespect
people, but they are not afraid of any people. When you walk out of their life, they leave you alone.
These are people that know their own.
They know their owners. They know where they are going. They have confidence. They move about with confidence, with boldness and courage. They see themselves capable of achieving anything. They have all it takes. They believe that life is too wide for anybody to limit you.
Wow.
So for people who are not in charge, everything is that, somebody is going to do it for me. Somebody is going to do it for me. And when people don't do it for them, their life can't crumble.
With that mindset, they have limited themselves.
They have limited themselves.
Wow.
So those ones, they are not responsible. The other ones, they are responsible. Now, number 6,
yes,
they feel hopeless and powerless.
Hopeless
and powerless. People who are not in charge of their life, they feel hopeless and powerless. Ask them, I don't know what to do. They just feel hopeless. They just feel powerless.
And that is not the question. What do you want?
Understand? They just feel hopeless because they don't know where they are going, because they are not in charge. They just want people to find a way out for them. People who are not in charge, they are always hopeless. They are always powerless. per time, when they are faced with situation will hit them up.
We swallow them.
We swallow them up.
Oh.
They allow what they are going through to go through them because they feel that they can't do anything. They feel that when people don't help them, there's nothing they can do.
Hopeless.
They feel like because they don't go to school, that is the end of their life. They just succumb to their situation. But people who are in charge of their lives, they face their situation with courage.
With courage.
They are powerful people.
Wow.
When the going get tough,
yeah,
they become tough and they get going. They don't succumb to situation. They don't succumb to setback. They don't succumb to frustration. They don't allow rejection and setback to limit them. They rise to the occasion. They never quit. They persevere. They never give up. They keep pushing. They don't feel hopeless. They don't feel powerless. That is people who are responsible
for their
own life. They are never hopeless. They are always getting going where the going get tough.
Wow.
And finally, the seventh one,
yes,
for those who are not in charge, is that they always settle for what is less than what they deserve.
Settle for less.
They settle for less.
What comes their way.
Whatever comes is what they accept. They don't have a standard for what is acceptable in their life. When you don't have a standard for what is acceptable in your life, anything goes.
You accept anything.
You accept anything.
Trash.
Give them anything, they accept it. Put them in any useless position, they accept it. They just accept anything. No standard. That this is where I want to go. Standard of living, standard of car, standard of environment. They have no standard. They just believe, they embrace existence. No living, no standard of living. But people who accept responsibility,
yes,
they have standard for their life. They don't just accept anything. They know what they want and they go for it. They know what they want for themselves, for their spouse, for their children, for their country, for their town, for people around them. They want to leave a legacy. They want to be known for something. They have a standard of life they want for their life. They know what they can accommodate and they know what they should not accept.
For their life.
So these are distinguished signs for those who have accepted responsibility for their life and those who are not in charge of their